Welcome to another killer pool money match. Ryan and Eric again. This is the third match we played this night. I won the first two matches, spotted 2 games in the second. Because I think I won the second one by 3 games. So however many games I beat him by, we are spotting him those games. Actually, I beat him by 4 games, but he was generous enough to just let me spot him only 3 here. So he got a nice break there, made a couple balls to start, and then tries the one in the side bank. Is that what he was trying there? He might have been trying that. Let's see. Oh, no, I think he fluked it. That's what was going on. Yeah, he fluked it, and I gave him the shot back. I think he was he was playing a perfect safety there, and the one ball just happened to roll in on him. A little bit unlucky for Eric there. What am I looking at there? Seeing if the 9's in the way for the cue ball to go bump the 5. I'm not sure. That 6 ball I think goes if I just tap the 5. I'm just trying to think of how I'm going to hit that 5 so I don't so I can still continue to get a shot on it. Like on this, I want to make sure I hit the left side, I believe. Hitting the right side would move the 5 towards the 8, and I just didn't quite hit it hard enough and come off the rail enough. I really wanted to hit that 5 full so it didn't move. Hitting it harder off the rail would have allowed me to possibly make it in the same side, or at least have an easier cut down the corner. But I should be able to handle that one. No. And that's a fun shot. I've never seen that happen before, but the cue ball actually contacted the 5 ball, cut it a second time, made it accelerate a little bit just for the neatness of that shot. I wish the 5 ball dropped there, because that would have been a fun double kick. Definitely wasn't making it with the first stroke, but the second cut, it would have been so neat if it cut it in there. All right, so he pockets the 5. This is a pretty good shot on a 7. Should leave him, as long as he rolls it slow enough. Oh, he's going to power it through instead and try and get back to the center of the table. Looks like he got close to the right side pocket there, which makes things a little bit more difficult. I can't tell if you can see the edge of the 8 there. Looks like he probably has to go rail first to try and make the 8, and kind of seems like that's what he's lining up for. And he did go rail first, but caught a little bit too thick. And that 8 ball is going to sit up pretty for me. And that should be the end of this game. Beer tracker of this game, I'm probably 3 or 4 beers in. Eric is not drinking any beers at all, so I don't think my play is still. I'm probably not 3 or 4 beers in. The first match was an hour and a bit. Second match was 45. Yeah, maybe 2 or 3. Shoot the 9 in there in the corner. 10 ball in the corner. Rack's done. 1-3 for me. Starting my comeback from that spot. Let go of the cue ball a little bit on that break, but as usual, rewarded when I play a bad shot. Probably just going to sneak the left side here. Don't think I need to go rail first. Just try and hit it thin. Come back up between the window of the 3-6 there. Just got to make sure I hit it hard enough. I tend to underhit these sometimes, which is what I did there. So now I've left myself a slight jump shot. Excuse me. I'm probably not going to edit that out. Not a horrible jump shot. I just didn't get over the 3. Didn't put a lot of effort. Should at least get over the 3 on that one, but oh well. Give him ball in hand. Pretty nice wide open table. I suspect he probably finishes this one. Or does he go for the 2-9 combo maybe? Or a 2-10 combo, sorry. Yeah, it looks like he's going for the 2-10 combo. That's a little bit of a tough one for me, but Eric seems to like these. And yeah, nice shot. Great combo. 4-1 for Eric. This spot is going to be difficult to beat. Eric's a good player. I didn't expect to have to give him 3 games, but like I said, nobody's trying to win money off anybody. We just want a little extra pressure on the game, so I don't mind giving him a little bit bigger spot that I'm comfortable with. And I think the first 2 matches we played for $10. I think we upped the stakes on this one to 20. See if we can get Eric back even. And he's going for the bank shot, looks like here. Might have actually called that 10 there. I think he did. I think he called that 10 in the corner, so pretty good shot to be able to make contact there. It wasn't very far off. Easy shot on the 1, but not a real good opportunity for shape on the 2. I don't remember what I tried the bank. Oh no, I tried the 10 ball, that's what it was. Yeah. Not a great shot, but I just didn't like where the 2 was sitting. Didn't think I could get out, so figured I'd take the risk, and I leave him the 10 ball now. Again, these off angle ones aren't so easy, but we'll see what Eric can do here. 10 balls far enough away from the pocket. It's off angle enough. I'm pretty comfortable sitting in my chair there that he's not going to make that. Yeah, that's a tough one. Flukes the 1 ball, but definitely not giving it back to him. Probably going to try and make the 9 here, which was available earlier. I don't know why I didn't try and make shape for that. And that looks like it is safe. But I should be able to kick that in off the left-hand rail there. Oh, caught a little bit thick. Scratched the cue ball. And leaves me a pretty open table. Shape's going to be a little bit tight on that 4 ball. What do I do here? Probably shoot the 2 in the left-hand side pocket, leave myself a nice angle on the 3, and then try and roll up behind that 4. Kind of either between the 10 and the 4 or the 10 and the rail there. Oh, shoot in the corner, same difference. Yeah, just maintain that same angle. Probably a little bit too far there. I made it more of a back cut than I needed, but just going to play this with inside. And yeah, I got pretty okay on that. It's makeable. Maybe want to stop 4 inches short of there, make it a little easier, but got a bit of an angle now. Tough angle to kind of get over there for the 6. Would have liked to kind of be straight and draw it back off the rail, but I think, yeah, we went for the 10 there, which isn't too bad, being that we leave the 4 ball against the rail. So kind of a free swing there, doesn't leave our opponent easy. I mean, he could come up with a real good bank here and make the 10 possibly, but unfortunately he doesn't get lucky, but I do. So that's the problem with swinging at the 10 a little bit there. He didn't know the 6 was going to come and knock it over the pocket for the 4, but we talked about it after this game. I think I cut it out, but he said it was probably smarter to hit the 4 on the other side of the ball, just take the cue ball up the table. Or just bounce the 4 ball 2 rails up table to the center of the table and try and make the 10 ball with the cue ball, which was probably the smarter shot for him. Alright, I broke and scratched. Not what we like to see, but I reined it in the previous match, so hopefully this one we don't have too many more of those. Eric giving himself a nice angle to slide over for the 4 here. It's funny, I always play that shot. I like freezing myself to the rail, back cutting it, just sliding straight to the left there, but everybody else likes using the rail. To each their own. Left himself a perfect angle here, just a little bit of left-hand side and to spin it a little closer and overhit a little, but going to come off that rail nice. You either want to hit that a little harder or a little softer, but he does have a nice angle on the 6 here, so probably just imagine he shoots either the 6 in the right side pocket. Oh, went with the contact, but Still gonna probably shoot the 6 in that right side pocket. And now he's got a little bit tougher angle to get on the 7. He's got to hit this kind of a little bit of an awkward cut. I feel pretty comfortable with that with these big side pockets on these small home tables. But yeah, you'd rather not have to hit it. I think he's probably going to try and hit that in the side, go 3 rails. Yeah, he's just lining it up there for the right side pocket. And play this possibly center ball, might take you to the corner, maybe just a touch of draw to make sure you don't scratch across the table there. Oh, he goes for the bank. Not a bad shot. If you feel like you can make that bank, that's a smart shot. Left himself the 7, long and tough, but kind of looked at that bank as cinching the 6 and kind of guaranteeing the 7. But unfortunately, the 6 didn't go in for him. It's a hell of an attempt, though. He was banking accurately there to the outside of the pocket, trying to miss the 9. He had called the 6, and he just caught the knuckle, banking to probably slightly over a ball-size pocket. Maybe had a 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch to spare there, so hell of an attempt, but wasn't able to get her in there. See what we can do with this 6 ball. Probably want to hit it hard, come off the rail. Yeah. Good stroke there. Happy with that one. Give myself a nice angle on the 7 here. Real easy shot. Should be able to come up the table, pop that 9 on the side. And just kind of firmed it a little bit to guarantee getting to this side of the table. So I'd like to either hit that softer or harder. That's kind of the most awkward spot it can be on that end of the table, but not too bad. And Eric were laughing on that one because we didn't think it was going to drop. As soon as I hit it, I think I said, "Oh no!" But just barely got over the line and gives ourselves an easy 10. Take the match to 4-3. Hopefully we are going to beat this spot. Ooh, scratched the cue ball again. That's 2 in a row on my break. One ball sitting a little awkward there. What's the overhead say? Doesn't look like we can shoot it in the top right there. I like shooting the I'm not sure what he's going to do here. I like just playing the safe, honestly. Yeah, kind of play it from there with a stop shot. I don't mind that shot at all. Do the best you can to freeze to the 8 ball. And if you want to be real fancy, you could maybe shoot the one straight up table and try and slide the cue ball between the 8 and the 3, maybe cutting off some of the angles, but that's probably trying to do too much. Better to take the simple shot. Just bank the one out of there off the right hand rail. Make sure you don't put it in the left hand side, and then back up the cue ball maybe a couple millimeters, or just stop it dead there if you can guarantee you're going to leave the 1 ball on the left side of the table. And the 3 will also help cut off some angles automatically. Didn't quite lock me up, and unfortunately hit a little bit too hard as well. Was not going, would have been a great shot if that's what his goal was, but just overhit that a little. You really got to make sure you pay attention to the weight on the 1 ball there to leave it down table and on the left side of the table. Kind of put it in that bottom left 1/4 there if you can. I actually, now I'm seeing it, I actually like banking at the 10 ball combo there is probably the best shot, and then just stopping the cue ball dead. That might be what I do, kind of play the 2-way and not even really try too hard at the 10, but banking the 1 at the 10 there, guaranteeing the safety, and it also helps slowing down the 1 ball when it gets to that corner. So unfortunately, I was left a jump shot that I thought I could make, and I did not make it. If I didn't think I could make it, I would have given that back to Eric, because he did fluke a ball there, and we're playing 10 ball. When you fluke a ball, it's your opponent's choice to give it back to you or not. And he played it exactly into that giant side pocket on that shot. And trying to play it short there, the 5 ball would have been huge, so he did have to kind of get it past that side pocket. Unfortunately, just not quite enough left-hand spin there. And he leaves me a pretty easy out. I like that shot. Just feel like I'm rolling in line with the 4 there a lot of the way. And it's just an easy follow shot. No tops, no lefts, no rights. Or sorry, it was all tops, no lefts, no rights. And then give him a real nice shot there on the 7-2s, or on the 5 ball, stunned straight in line for the 7 ball. And looked like I had a weird outside angle, but I did not too bad a job forcing it to the rail and then spinning it back over, get myself to the left side of the pocket on top of the table there, and then just got a real focus and make that one. And the 10 ball goes from anywhere on the table except for right frozen to the bottom rail. Might have made it tough, but luckily we were able to get it off there. And Eric comes and he was almost going to give it to me, but then he said, no, you shoot it. So I did. And we're tied up 4-4. Wanted to scratch there again. You can see that cue ball just heading for that side pocket, but the 2 ball was my friend. And did I make a ball? No balls, and a beautifully wide open table. Doesn't seem to be a single problem on this one. Almost a Cosmo, really. Once he gets on that 3 ball. If anybody's not familiar with the term Cosmo, there was a entertainer that played pool. Wasn't, as far as I'm aware, wasn't much of a pool player, just more of like a entertainer. Not sure if he was at circuses or what he was doing, but what he would do is he'd set up all the balls for stop shots. So he just had to hit a stop shot, be straight in on the next one, stop shot, and he would run tables for crowds of people. So that's why we call that a Cosmo, when you just are going to have all just dead easy shots or all stop shots to get out. So got a little bit tough on this 3 on, a little bit tough here, but I think he was actually, I'm wrong. He was playing for that combo there, and I think he's going for the carom here, I think maybe. Or is he cutting it over there? I cut it over there. Great shot, Eric. And that's why you don't want to scratch on the break. All right, 5-4. Going to be tough to come back from that. He's almost to the hill. Makes the 1 ball on the top right. Unfortunately, left the cue ball in a pretty reasonable spot. He'd like to be close to the middle of the table, but anything away from the rail, kind of between the second diamond from the bottom and second diamond from the top, is reasonable for your break. What do we got there? Maybe he's going to take a flyer here. 2 ball at the 10. Try and put the cue ball behind the 4 and the 9, maybe. I don't know if you can keep the speed down that much. Maybe he's just going to bank the 2 ball up there. Yeah, that is the shot, but you don't get much of an opportunity at 10 when you're trying to hold the cue ball like that. So it was a good shot, but unfortunately caught the pocket there, and leaves me this relatively easy combo with ball in hand. I can just kind of line it up there, watch the shadow on the cue ball, make sure I'm hitting it straight, try and line it up as straight as I can, and then usually maybe microscopically adjust slightly right or slightly left if I think I'm slightly off there. But easy enough combo on that one, close to the balls, ties it up 5-5. And looks like I made that 1. Have a look at the 2. Can't tell if it passes that 8. That overhead looks like it might pass that 8, but maybe not the whole pocket. It looks like it can be back cut to the bottom right there, but gonna have to let the cue ball go and where the 3's sitting, and maybe just try and go back and forth across the table with a tiny bit of right hand siding to straighten it out. But I don't know if that would work. Maybe I shoot bottom left. It looks like the 8 maybe is covering part of the pocket, but I might have the whole pocket. I can't tell for sure. Looks like I am trying to pop it in there and then go 2 rails with right hand siding to, and I'm in contact with the 8. Probably had less than half a pocket there, or somewhere around half a pocket. And leave him a pretty good shot here. 2 ball goes no problem. 8 ball is not too much in the way for the queuing. Looks like he's going to try and follow on this one and get up to the upper half of the table. Oh, no, he was drawing. Trying to draw off the rail and spin there. I don't think he quite had enough angle for the cue ball to have enough energy when it got to the rail there. Have to hit that real hard, and with double shim pockets, you make the pocket pretty small trying to do that. That's a good attempt at that. He had a pretty good chance of chipping it in the side there coming off the rail, but missed it by a little bit. Leaves me the pretty easy shot here. Just gonna follow, make sure I get past the 10, and just about any angle will get me on the 5 in the bottom left. And just about missed that 3 ball. Hit it pretty far outside right, but it was slow enough. Pocket accepted it. And slide that 4 in the side. I left myself probably a little bit more of an angle here than I want. Probably can maybe follow and just tap that 8 ball is what it looks like to me. Oh no, just kind of snap draw there and give it to myself either in the right hand side or the bottom right. Looks like I'm cutting it to the right hand side and trying to just get it back to center table with maybe a touching inside. And a little better than that. Still maintain a nice angle on the 7 here. Looks like I can just follow straight off the bottom rail. I'll come to the kind of perfect spot, would be right on the spot basically, or anywhere in line from where that spot is back on that 8 ball. So almost straight in line, a little bit more of an angle here than I want, but still shouldn't have much trouble just sliding that in there, getting to the rail, bouncing out a little bit, giving myself an angle to get on that 10 ball. I ended up a little bit straight here, but either going to drop back kind of maybe a couple inches higher than where the cue ball is now, end up with the 10 in the top right, or a little further and end up with the 10 in the side. Yeah, it looks like I chose just to put it the 10 in the top right. And that'll put me on the hill, overcoming the 3-game deficit to start. So, see if I can win it here. Oh, that's a 3rd scratch, at least in this game for me. Maybe the 4th in this match, I mean. Unfortunate. Shouldn't say that really. Not unfortunate, just bad skill level. You really got to work on that break. Usually what I got to do when that's happening is just take a little off, and then when I start squatting the ball again, slowly speed it up. Eric's got a little bit of an awkward situation here with the 1 ball, but it looks like he can just pop in that corner up there, roll forward an inch or 2. Looks like he's trying to roll forward about 6 inches there maybe, and get himself an angle on that 2. And then that angle should provide him a nice angle to just slide straight up table for the 3. Ooh, and that's the problem. He jumped a little bit out of that one as well, but I think he had left himself exactly what he wanted on the 2 there, just jumped up a little bit on that shot. So it gives me a nice shot here, and I can spin it all the way down table. Give myself, if it freezes to that bottom rail, ooh, did not give myself a great angle, but I still looks like I can hit the right side of the ball. And yeah, just come up and hit the 7 there. Perfect. No, not exactly. I don't really have a great angle to get on the 4 here, so we'll see what I do. Looks like I'm going to try and draw back to where the 9 is. 7, oh, looks like I was able to get to the 7, which is a little better. And then, yeah, I had to give myself a little bit tougher shot on the 4 here, but I have to play this with bottom right, try and get back to center table so I can get that 5. And locked myself up. But it happens. That's almost goes back to the 1 there and not giving myself a perfect angle on the 2. But this is a fun shot. Try and jump it off the rail. And you know what? Anytime you make contact with that shot, I think it's a good shot. It's trying to jump those off the rail, have the cue ball jump over the 7, come back down in time, hit the 5, and have all the balls stay on the table. It's a hell of a shot. I mean, it would have been amazing if it went in, but even the contact there is something to be proud of. And See if he just slow rolls this, takes the 7 in the window to the top right. Oh, that's a good shot either way. Just make contact with the 9, 7 straight in the corner, roll forward a little bit. Might have a slightly off angle on the 8 because the cue ball's moving away from it up table. Oh no, I was absolutely wrong there. Looks like he had it dead straight in, so he gave himself a perfect angle. He might be able to just kind of snap this and draw towards the 9, maintain his angle, or he might decide to push it off the left rail there and give himself a dead straight in shot on the 9. I like the snap draw maybe for myself, I'm not sure. Oh, and he overcuts it, which also caused the cue ball to move a little bit further than he wanted. Might have given this one to me, Eric. Let's see if I can finish it up. That one, I'm just going to go across and back. Yeah, 3 rails. I like to hit that shot firm and kind of guarantee it goes in, and ended up with a nice straight shot on the 9 here. Good stroke there. And then he ain't going to make me shoot that one. I can't imagine he makes me shoot that. Nah, he's reaching for balls. All right, I got the third one that we're on now. 7-5 with a 3-game spot this time. Everybody, thanks for watching. And if you like what you see and you want to see more, like and subscribe.